Oh, shh.
You just dropped the
I
thing?
thought it was bigger than it was.
She threw that mother to the ground. This week on The Kardashians, Kendall is still trying to convince us that she's not boring by having dinner with the Golden Bachelor.
Gerry!
Well, hello, everyone.
Hi.
Kendall, hi. How are you?
Oh,
And
we
my
love you.
daughters are your biggest fans.
Oh my God.
When I go home, and
Go
they
home.
almost
Where's your
insisted.
phone? Where's your phone? We need a FaceTime. Can
Are
we
they awake?
FaceTime somebody?
Well, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. All right. Where's their number? Kendall, do it.
Mom.
Oh, what's happening?
We don't want to
Who
read.
knows?
We don't want to read his text.
Yeah,
Okay. We don't? Well, maybe we do.
Two things think they're slick here. Kendall thinks she's slick, that we didn't see her all up in that man's phone, acting like she was helping him FaceTime the daughters. You saw her little fingers, but she was really reading, but she was just touching around. And then Disney thinks they're slick because Hulu and ABC are both under Disney, so they're like trying to get promotion for the Golden Bachelor. That's the two folks who think they're slick here.
As a fan of both Cards and Bachelor, I loved this moment. I will not complain. If Gerry was awkward, who cares? It looked like he was having fun still.
Awkward.
Oh yes, this was definitely the most interesting Kendall has been and most excited she's been since her horse gave birth.
But
100%.
since her horse.
Since her horse gave birth.
I'm having a baby. Horse.
But one layer we didn't see that happened to be there, according to Gerry, was Bad Bunny. Gerry told a press outlet that Bad Bunny was at the house while he was filming the scene.
What happened? Where were the cameras?
The gag for me was the fact that she's all up in this confessional, telling producers that he chose Teresa.
Do you want to share with us?
Who wins?
Yes.
Teresa.
Meanwhile, we can't even get nothing out of you, Kendall, on your own damn relationship.
Was he hiding? Where, like,
Yeah.
behind
Oh,
the
he-
cameraman? Where was
No,
he?
he was definitely by the pool. Because, you know, that man loves to be laid up by the pool in a nice
Puerto
little
Rican
bathing
style.
suit. You know what I'm saying? He be posted up on the gram by the pool every now and again. So that's probably where he was. He was like, can you go do your thing? I'm going to be over here.
I'm imagining the conversations between Kris and Kendall, where Kendall's like, Mom, I really like this one. I don't want him on camera. Like, Mom, and Kris is like, he needs to put out, Kendall. Like, this is a Kardashian family. If you're gonna, he knows what he signed up for, Kendall. And Kendall's like, Mom, no. Like, this is the one. You ran away, Devin, and not letting you do this, Mom. Khloé got so offended when Kris called her a lunatic. You saw her eyes?
True was like, who's gonna put me to sleep? I'm like, True, Roya's gonna put you to sleep. She's like, who's gonna say my prayers? I'm like, Roya.
Well, maybe if you show me the routine and I memorize it and practice and then audition.
My nanny has been here over a year. This is her first time putting her to sleep because I'm such a lunatic.
Yeah, you are. You know.
You saw how she cut her eyes at her mom, Khloé, when she said she called her a lunatic, and she was like, yeah, she's a lunatic, and she could.
Is it bad to be a lunatic of a parent? I don't think so.
I mean, even with like the whole like Paris thing, like she was like, I didn't want to go because like in case, what if there's a fire? What if the kids like have something at school and like no one's here for them? So she's like always thinking of them.
You know what? Khloé was the second mom to Kourtney's kids, was the second mom to Kim's kids before she even had children.
Right.
So she's had practice with children missing out on mommy because mommy's busy, Kim, or because or missing out on mommy because Kourtney's dating. I don't know.
Even with Dream, I mean, with like Black China and Rob, like Dream is always at her house. She's taking her in. She's even threw a birthday party for her in like one of the earlier seasons. So she's always trying to make sure she's there for them with everyone else doing their own thing.
Let Khloé overcompensate.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
She's not a lunatic. Okay. So while everyone's talking about how helicopter mom Khloé is with her kids, Kim kind of has the opposite problem.
Managing 4 kids in a household when they're like not getting along and they all want different things and I'm only one person, this always shuts them up. I always say, okay guys, do you want me to just cut myself in half or in 4s and a part will go with you, a part will go with you, and they like look at me like, no, don't ever do that.
I loved this scene so much because we literally got into the mind of Kim as a mom.
Oh yeah, it was honestly funny to hear about like the tantrums that they throw, and I was just like, okay, you can have your iPad. Like, she's like, I don't know what to do.
Listen, you guys, they're Kanye's children, and we have to recognize that. I can only imagine, I'm sure they are so sweet and so adorable because they are Kim's children as well, but they are probably very difficult to manage.
Girl.
They're just as calculated as their grandmother Kris, as their mother Kim. They know exactly what to do to push her buttons to get what they want. And honestly, I kind of respect it. They already know the game.
Oh my God, no. What I wanted to say was that I had a Zoom interview at the house with all my kids there, banging on the door, just screaming. And I was literally hiding in a bathroom with the door locked as I was just like, I can't believe this. I mean, I can believe it, but that's like my biggest nightmare.
Okay, so like, who do we think was on the phone with Kim?
I don't know. I'm like, a part of me wants to say Kanye just because he never wants to be like on camera or like known. So I'm like, maybe him, but I feel like that's also a little bit of a stretch. So I'm like, I don't know.
She was too calm.
I was gonna say maybe a man, but not Kanye. It was maybe a little boyfriend, a man she was seeing. She was like, I don't want anyone to hear this.
Odell? Oh, I possibly Odell Beckham Jr.
Odell wouldn't give a damn. He would have been hung up the phone.
Kids too.
I got football practice, girl. We just here to smash. I ain't trying to talk about it.
Allegedly, aren't they over? Maybe that's
Well, at the time, they were together.
Let me tell you something. In their relationship, they were doing not a lot of talking.
Okay.
They were just
Fair
being
enough.
seen together and, you know, filling each other's needs. Now we got to talk about
Scott, but we're gonna stop losing weight, right? You look amazing, but like
maybe like 3 more pounds.
3?
You guys, it's the Manjaro. Come on, we all saw the fridge. That's how he's losing weight.
Where did we come from?
I'm everywhere.
And you're right, okay?
You know
we
what?
did peep that.
You are right, but he was also having 20 ginger ales a day. I maybe understand 1, maybe 2, 0.
I had no idea how horrible it was, what I was doing at night. Eating those little bread things. What are they?
Bread things.
Kylie loves them too. She always keeps them in the car.
Oh, the Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, the Hawaiian rolls.
Scott, are you crazy?
I was pounding a whole box of them a night. And then I also didn't know the whole thing about ginger ale being the same as a soda.
What?
I know. It just seemed like it was a soothing drink.
So every night you would have a ginger ale?
No! All day I would drink gingers.
For your
I was
organs.
going through 20 gingers a day.
and an entire pack of Hawaiian rolls every night.
They're good though. They're so good.
But you gotta keep that under control. That's a little too much.
Yeah, it is. Either way, later.
Okay, bye. Okay, so Scott may have lost weight, but he hadn't lost a step when it comes to asking Khloé about Tristan.
Is there any like hope for Tristan, or is that just like
No. Oh my God, are you kidding me? This is life. Like, we all gotta grow up and move on.
like that door's closed?
What was Scott trying to say to Khloé? What was Scott trying to insinuate here?
I think Scott was definitely projecting onto Khloé and Tristan. I'll be honest, I think that he sees a little bit of himself in Tristan in terms of like, they both f***ed up a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he kind of wants to see Khloé and Tristan work it out because he's like, maybe I'll be able to work it out with someone else or something like that.
It's interesting because Khloé's constantly saying how like Tristan's a great dad, right? But also, if he's such a great dad, why is Tatum calling her makeup artist dad?
Andrew taught Tatum how to say gunkle today.
Because he keeps calling me dad. Because I guess I look like a basketball player.
What was that about?
Tristan could be around, you know, every once in a while.
That doesn't even sound
I
good.
mean, he's playing basketball. He's on the road all the time. I think she also wants to, like, build this idea of him to the kids so that it feels like, yeah, like, your dad's around. He tucks you in at night. But I'm like, Tatum's still so young. I don't think he recognizes that yet.
I know this may not be a big deal to anyone else, but when Khloé held up that Penelope's new puppy, and they're like looking at it, then she was finished with the puppy, she threw that mother to the ground.
Oh, shh.
You just dropped
I thought it was bigger than it was.
Oh my gosh.
So I think she's more of a cat person.
No.
She was like, I'm done.
So when you throw a cat, it lands like. The dog was like a puppy. It's like, and then she realized, she was like, oh. Like, you know, I can only pray that becomes some type of gif. That little thing being thrown like a dirty piece of laundry to the laundry basket. Again, no puppies were harmed in the filming of the Kardashians episode, but that was hilarious. That's all for this episode of Kards Katch Up. I'm Francesca Amiker. We'll see you back here next week.